All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach very well. We learned this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, we're the brothers from the GMS Birmingham camp. I'm the brother Rain is with me.
Brother Josiah Wong.
And today, man, just basically getting on that we're coming close to the end. And the reason how we know that we're coming close to the end is because it's the missile talk now. For lack of better words, the ICBM nuclear missiles, the nuclear trade deals, and the parade of Missile City, all these things are not in vain. It's not like 50 to 75 years down the line, they're going to denuclearize everything and these devices is going to be found in the museum. No, these weapons that these people are making is actually made to be put in use, man. Baba Kushah, you can give me on Revelations 9 and I think verse 16, because again, the missiles is the stamp of the end of Esau's kingdom. Soon as the missiles get shot off, soon as the missiles hit and land and hit that mark, then you know that the kingdom of Esau is finna be taken out. You know? Matter of fact, start at verse 15, huh? You still got to unmute yourself, bro.
Oh, Salakia. This is Revelation chapter 9. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
Yes, it says the four angels was loose that was set for an hour, a day, a second, all the way till a millisecond to slay the third part of men. In the way they're going to do it is through ICBM nuclear missiles, because this nuclear technology is going to be the perfect device, going to be the perfect tool the Lord is going to use to take this devil out. Because you have to realize through bombs, this guy got into power, but through bombs, the Lord is going to put him out of power. Baba Kushah, jump over to Revelation, the 7th chapter, and start at verse 1 to see what was the job of those four angels, man. Because again, they're not being let loose just to make everything calm down and everything to be hugs and kisses. No, they're actually going to be let loose to cause destruction, man. A nuclear destruction. You got it up.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
Right there, it says holding the four winds of the earth, and that is the representation of the nuclear missiles, man. You got it up.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Yep, you got it.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
And through the spirit, it said it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, basically to bring the destruction. But it's a certain time when the destruction have to be made. For lack of better words, like you bake a cake in the oven, you can't put it out too soon, you can't put it out too late. You got to put it out on the right time. And it's ultimately the commandment of Yahweh by Shema Rashah who gives the get-go. Because again, before the missiles come, you know, a lot of things have to happen. A lot of things have to be in play. One of those major things is the C-HIP, the mandatory implantation of a tiny device that will go under your skin, the famine, Not only the famine of bread, but the famine of the word, the heart of many being waxed cold. The second is the 15th chapter, second is the 16th chapter. A lot of things is going to have to be played and played, but this is going to be the climax. The missiles, man. Continuing on though.
And so, like, if I may,
you got it, bro.
With the Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. These missiles have an appointed time, that they're gonna be shot off. The scripture says, that day cometh like a thief in the night.
That's it, bro. That's it, bro. That's beautiful. Because you said it come at an appointed time, but it also said it come as a thief in the night. So for the lack of better words, for a lot of people, they're not going to be expected. It's not going to be expected to the regular Americans, but until the missiles in the realm of Yahweh Shema Bashar, they're going to be on time.
That's it.
You got to do what?
Saying, this is Revelation chapter 7, verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
And basically, the Lord have to seal the elect, man, because the elect, they're not going to be touched and be affected by the plagues that this devil is going to send upon the planet Earth, because ultimately the Lord have set up Esau to build the missiles, to make the missiles. It's no coincidence that Oppenheimer came out this year. And the whole part of that was a whole bunch of scientists getting together, making weapons of mass destruction, and they knew it. It wasn't like they was clueless of what was going on. They was clueless of what technology and the power that this technology have, and they knew it was actually going to grow into something bigger, because you can compare an atom bomb to a hydrogen bomb all the way to a nuclear missile today. It's really no comparison, man. You got it up.
And Salaka, if I may, just going back on what you just mentioned, that Oppenheimer, going back on that on Habakkuk 2 and 3, but at the end it shall speak. We at the end is speaking, man. The vision is speaking. We see it. They talking about Oppenheimer. They talking about thermonuclear bombs and missiles and shit. This is what we've been prophesying of. The end. Salaka.
Hey, that's it. It's beautiful because the missiles is actually the representation of the end. That actually is going to end Esau kingdom. Matter of fact, I'll give me 2nd Ezra 6 and start at verse 7. Because once the missiles hit and land upon America and spread, wherever the four corners of part of the earth, wherever the beast system, for lack of better words, because places like Israel, that's going to have to be cleansed, and places that come in a like manner of America, they're going to get hit too. Once those places hit and their fire burn, and once the dust, the dust settle and the smoke clear, for the lack of the better words, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, man. You got it up.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Now, what Ezra was acquiring about was what? The kingdom of heaven. When we're going to basically get out of the system of bondage and come into a system of rulership. You got it, bro.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
You got it.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yes, it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So how do we know that Esau kingdom is becoming to an end or going to come to an end? Is plenty of signs. You can see, look at the economy. The economy is failing. It's not as strong as it was a couple years ago. Even the Edomites, low TET, low birth rate. all these things showing you don't have the same power they did back in the day. And even when you look at these different smaller nations, little guys like China. No, yeah, China, they became somebody big, but somebody like North Korea, South Africa, different places in Africa bucking up against America. These signs showing you that America is not the big bad bully no more. But the ultimate sign is going to be when those missiles get shot off, because that's going to be the stamp that the Lord is done with his current kingdom. And it shows you also too that this is Babylon the Great. Because once you go into the ancient time of Babylon, they didn't get taken over in a violent way. It was violence, but they got taken over in the middle of the night when they was drunk. This Babylon is going to be taken out by fuel of fire. You got anything up? Come on, I'm gonna play this video. Brother can see it from Al Jazeera English. It came out like a week and a half ago. North Korea's Kim displays nuclear-capable missiles, drones at parade. So this is something that these devils are actually bragging on. These nations are actually bragging on. You know how Jake, they be on Instagram, they showing their different guns, they're showing their different weapons. You don't want to mess with my block. Hey, this is a wide scale of that. For lack of better words, these Moabites and these Ammonites, they're coming together, and even these different nations, Elam, Ishmael, all of them is coming together to fight against the beast. It's not no coincidence that the BRICS nation are getting stronger and stronger. It's not no coincidence that China is trying to jock for the next superpower position. Because we are coming at the end of their kingdom. But like it says in the Psalms, the 2nd chapter, why do these heathen imagine a vain thing? Because these missiles is not going to be the beginning of your kingdom. Actually, it's going to be the beginning of the kingdom of Israel, man. And I'm going to play a little bit of this video, and we're going to get the scriptures.
North Korea is strengthening ties with old allies. At a parade celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Korean armistice, Russian and Chinese officials were guests of honor.
Right there, it says Russia and Chinese individuals was guests of honor, man. It ain't those one of the two biggest enemies of America, Russia and China, but those are getting together with North Korea to actually participate or to see this missile parade. This is something that's pleasing to their eyes. Let's continue on.
This display of unity comes as regional neighbors South Korea and Japan step up military cooperation with the US.
If
North Korea, China and Russia are under pressure from a democratic security alliance led by the United States, it might be that they are trying to show they have a military security alliance to resist it.
Parades such as this are often used to showcase North Korea's weapons and project strength. They're also a useful way to determine Pyongyang's military capability.
He says that they are to project strength too, man. These things are not in vain. Biblical shout out, you give me on Joel 3. Joel 3 and start at verse 9. Because that's all what this thing is built for. These different military practices or military drills that these people are running is not for GP. No, it's actually to showing off their muscle, their military might, man. You got it up.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Hey, and the part of preparing war is them preparing the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Whether they're in the form of drones, hypersonic, even when the scriptures say the Lord, he's sharpening up the sword, a part of him sharpening up the sword is making different types of missiles, man. It's missiles that can get here in 30 minutes. It's missiles that can get here in 45. It's missiles that can get here in an hour, but all on my dangerous. You got it, bro.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
And right there, because a lot of times America, especially with North Korea, they try to push forth. They don't have no agriculture. They don't have no movie theater. It's not a lot of forms of entertainment over there. But for lack of better words, instead of them putting their money in their agriculture, they're actually putting their money in the military. You got to operate it again.
Con, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yes, he says, let the weak say, I am strong. And that's why the lady said this. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit.
Parades such as this are often used to showcase North Korea's weapons and project strength. They're also a useful way to...
See, it says to show weapons, but also to project strength, man. The strength of what? How they can throw down America. They ain't nothing to play with. If you step to them, they're gonna let loose those things. And it's gonna tell you that when you continue on the video. You got it.
Con, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Yep.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yes, because what the Lord is actually doing, he's preparing for World War III. He's prepping for World War III, and World War III is going to end off with what? Fire and brimstones with missiles, man. Matter of fact, let me get some real quick. This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9. Isaiah 9, and I'm going to jump down to verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So World War III is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, man. That's how it's going to end. It's not going to end with everybody being bygones, everybody just doing a peace treaty. We just go our own way. No, man. Even Einstein said that because he was in that world of bombs and things like that. He said if World War III be fought, World War IV is going to have to be fought with sticks and stones, because even he knew that was going to be the representation of the end. Even when you go into the Cold War, basically they hesitate, pump faking each other, because they know whoever shoot the missiles off first, somebody else going to shoot it off again, somebody else going to shoot it off. It's called MAD, Mutual Aerial Destruction, man. So literally, once these missiles get shot off, nobody is going to win except the Israelites, man. You got a lot.
Con, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
And that's what the Lord is preparing all these things for. Russia, China, all these different nations, even Elam, Ishmael, guys that's insignificant, in the eyes of the world, they're going to come together and they're going to be forced to fight in World War III, man. So I'm going to play the rest of this video.
To determine Pyongyang's military capability. New attack and surveillance drones conducted a flyover. Also on display was the Hwasong-18, an intercontinental ballistic missile first unveiled at a parade in February. A few months later, North Korea conducted 2 tests of the ICBM. Pyongyang has frequently defended its development of nuclear weapons as a deterrent.
엄중히 경고한 상태입니다.
The issue is not whether a nuclear war will break out on the Korean Peninsula, but rather who, when, and how someone will initiate a nuclear war.
And right there, they basically saying it's inevitable. It's nothing you can do to stop it. So the only thing they're doing is preparing for when it actually happened, man. And who and for lack of better words, they coming off the ground. They're trying to protect themselves from the big bad wolf, which comes in the form of these damn Americans, man. Because it's been for years, even in the Middle East and various parts of the planet Earth, if you don't hearken to the ways or follow their assumptions or their way of life, they are going to bomb you to hell and back. Play a little bit more of this.
A U.S. nuclear-armed submarine visited South Korea for the first time in 40 years.
North Korea had said then, having such weapons here in South Korea could justify Pyongyang using nuclear force.
and warned the US against sending any more nuclear-capable assets. North Korea declared itself a nuclear weapon state last year and shows no indication of stopping its nuclear ambitions.
And right there, they're not going to stop. They're going to only grow from there, man, because they actually sticking up themselves. America, they do threats. That's why they sent their submarines to South Korea to show you, like, yeah, we have that technology, we have what you have, but they're not going to stop. They're actually going to come harder. That's why the guy made a statement. The World War III, or the war on the peninsula, is ultimately inevitable, man. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when and where. Just going back into that Revelations, the 9th chapter. Read that again, Revelations 9 and 15, Baba Kushab. Because it's a matter of time, because no man know that time of day, but Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's going to have that day to come right on time, man. It even tells you that in the book of Job, the 20th chapter, when he's eating, the Lord shall rain destruction upon him. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You got it, Lord.
Khan, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 15. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of me.
Yes, and that's what the missiles are made for. It's actually made for a time, a day, a month, and a year, just to destroy Esau kingdom, man. Because this is one of the main reasons what the missiles are made for. And there's going to be plenty of other things that's going to come with it. The benefit of the planet Earth, that's how the Earth is going to rejuvenate itself. Fire is one of the best cleansing agents to all the filthiness and deceitful and wicked things that this devil have pushed forth throughout the planet Earth. Those things are going to be wiped away, you know. But Baba Kushab, give me Isaiah 14 and start at verse 9. Matter of fact, go to the point of verse 10.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 10. It says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
And really, America has become like into these lower level countries, even these third world countries, man. Why they being more even a food production, the agriculture, but even the missiles wise, because America, only thing that made America special was the bombs that this devil can send. But now that everybody have those bombs, basically everybody's on the same level, man. You can't bully nobody now because he got the same weapon that you do, man. You got it all. Continue on at verse 11, Baba Kushab.
Come on. You said 14?
Yeah, 14 and 11.
Come. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy voice, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Yes,
because the Lord, he's breaking this place down, man. You know, he's basically, for the lack of better words, getting this place ready for the taking, man. Continue on, huh?
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Yes, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Now, this is not talking about Satan in the heavens. No, when you go into the word Lucifer, it actually means light bearer. And in this kingdom, in this society, Esau, he is the enlightened one. He's the guy that's ruling the whole planet Earth. But it says, how art thou fallen from heaven? How are you falling from your rulership? Because look at the wickedness that you're doing, man. When you rule wickedly and you rule like an Edomite, then your rulership will not be forever, man. The earth is going to fight against you. The birds are going to fight against you, the animals, and even the humans. Because you're totally adverse into the ecosystem. That's why Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to have to take Esau out, man. You got a lot. Read it again.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Mm-hmm.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Yes, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. Now you go back to Fat Boy and Little Boy, man, on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That had the whole planet Earth in fear, man. You know? But for the lack of better words, you fast forward until now, people really don't, people know about their history, but they have something that's better than the atomic bomb. They have something better than the hydrogen bomb. And they know as soon as one gets shot off, it's not like going to be World War III. Everybody's just going to back off and say, you got it now. No, as soon as one gets shot off today, somebody else going to shoot one off, somebody else going to shoot one off, and it's going to be a mad mutual aerial destruction, man. That's how World War III is going to end. You know? You got a lot. Matter of fact, go to Psalm 7 and start at verse 10. Because again, at the end of the day, the Lord have set this place up to be built up and rule for a minute and to be taken down. America was never going to be a perpetual kingdom. It was never going to be a perpetual rulership, man. And that's why the missiles is starting to make more sense. Even the devaluing of this kingdom is starting to make more sense, man. Songs is the end of the world as we know it. But I feel fine. Everybody can tell that we are at the end right now, man. But how is that end going to come? It's going to come through death, plagues, death, and destruction, man. You got it all.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 10. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart.
Yep, it says the Lord said he's going to save the upright in heart, because the upright in heart is going to be preserved from that mutual destruction that's going to come upon the planet Earth, man. You got it all.
The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
Yes, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, man. Because look at the shit that goes on here is totally contrary into his way, unto his liking, man. Look at the LGXYZ. If the Lord don't destroy this place just because of that, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology, man. And this place is totally more wicked than Sodom and Gomorrah. You could translate somebody from Sodom and Gomorrah into today, they're going to repent. They're going to come back and come into the Lord and say, I'm sorry. Because this is the most wicked that the planet Earth have ever been. Because why? The wicked is ruling. Baba Koshai, I got some real quick for we continue on. This is the book of Psalms 11, and I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, the Lord tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth the violence, his soul hateth. And that finger right there clearly points at Esau. Because you read the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter, and around the 4th verse, it says what? It was given unto him a great sword to take peace from the planet Earth. So with that sword, this devil brought violence. And with that violence, this devil brought destruction, man. And like I said, that violent man, him that loveth violence, the Lord hate him, man. Because again, ever since you have been upon the planet Earth, everything have been out of whack. For the lack of better words, the shoes is on the wrong foot. When your shoes on the wrong foot, you can't even walk comfortable, man. Continuing on though. Upon the wicked, he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. How was that going to happen? That's not talking about hell. That's not talking about a cloudy day in hell. It's going to, in hell, in the underworld where Satan lived at, where Hades lived at, when it's cloudy and it rain, lava, and fire, and brimstone. No, this is talking about the ICBM nuclear missiles actually raining from the sky upon these different areas. Again, going back into mutual aerial destruction. Because this destruction is going to come from above. Continuing on, it says, upon the wicked shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and a horrible tempest This shall be the portion of their cup. So this is going to be your perfect lot, man. This is going to be the perfect judgment for you, Esau. You know, you got it out.
What you wanted out?
Continuing on with that Psalm 7 in verse 12.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. Mm-hmm. He has bent his bow and made it ready.
Yes, it's already locked and loaded for lack of better words. It ain't like when the missiles get shot off, they're gonna have to. No, it just take a money button, somebody to hit the button, or it could just take the angels. You know, it's been plenty of accounts when a UFO was hovering over a silo in the nuclear countdown start countdown, man. Y'all think it got down to 3 or 2 and 1, and it just stopped, and he finally got it. For lack of better words, the Lord can make anything happen. He can make the missiles shoot off on his own. But for lack of better words, the Lord have these different leaders like Kim Jong-un, forgot the guy who the president of China, and many other people, even the people in Niger. They have big nuclear and uranium that they export to a lot of people. They even cut off France with their nuclear technology. But for the lack of better words, just going back, the Lord, he's setting up these different nations. He's setting up these different kings to actually prep these missiles, man. That's why I say he bent it, boy, and made it ready. Ready for what? Showing you that they're ready for destroy, that they're ready to destroy, and that these missiles are not actually made in vain. You got it, bro.
That was it.
No, continue on. Yeah, continue on. Yeah, continue on, bro.
If he turn not, he will whet his sword. Mm-hmm. He had bent his bow and made it ready.
You got it. Continue on.
He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death.
He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death, which is those missiles, man. You got it.
He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors.
Yeah, he ordained his arrows against the persecutors, and those arrows, those ICBM nuclear missiles, for lack of better words, another word for those is arrows, man. In the military term, whether a missile be a dud or whether a missile gets shot off and it land in the wrong arrow, land in the wrong spot, they call it a broken arrow. You got it.
So, like, I got something for you real quick.
Come on.
This is on 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Mm-hmm. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
And it's beautiful because an arrow, you shoot it, it's no way in hell can it reach the end of the world, man. Showing you that these arrows is actually talking about a device that can reach from continent to another continent, man. And the only thing that makes sense there, you put the pieces together. The only thing that makes sense is an intercontinental ballistic missile, man, which is also known as the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, his righteous anger, because the spirit of the Lord is going to actually be in those missiles, man. That's a part of the Lord's army. That's why he is the Lord of hosts, the Lord of Sabaoth, which actually means what? The Lord of armies, man. You know? You got to, matter of fact, go back into the Psalms 7 and jump down to verse 16 and get to the point.
This is Psalm chapter 7, verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Yes, because this is the same thing that you use to get into power, and Yahweh Baal Shem Shah is going to make sure it's the same thing that he's going to use to make you devils get out of power, man. That's the perfect balance of Yahweh Baal Shem Shah, man. The perfect scene in a movie. That's the same thing. You got on top, you live by the 3, you die by the 3, man. You was blessed with the sword, you're going to die by the sword, man. You know? And all the fingers actually point at Esau, that being the guy who's going to actually create the missiles and the guy that actually is going to get the missiles used on him, man. You know? So, yeah, I can with that. You know, if you got anything, bro?
La.
And with that, I can pray this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakab Wadash. We want to give double honor to our apostle, a great millstone, Shalom, DTA,
Shalom.
and the Bob.
Bob. Soon.
Tonight.